Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the Boss BR-1200 digital recording studio, and this one is in for fixing, so we're going to take a look. It's throwing up some hard drive errors. So this is what it is. It's digital recording studio, hardware recording studio, and it's got a hard drive. It's got a hard drive inside. It's an IDE 2.5 hard drive inside. So the first thing we're going to do before we do anything is we're going to just have a look at the power supply. And this box is made by Roland and Boss together on this. This is about 20 years plus old, so it's a pretty old, but they made them to last. And this one has been well looked after, a little bit dusty here and there, but it's well looked after. So the first thing we need to do is to check and make sure that the original power supply is with it, because you want to have the right voltage going in, because that can affect the working of the machine and it can throw up some errors. So we have checked that and the power supply is fine. So the next thing I'm going to do is plug it in. Okay, now we've plugged in, so we're going to switch it on and see what happens. Right, switch the lighting up. I'm going to listen for the hard drive. So it's running nice. I don't hear any clicking, so that's good. So now it's checking the hard drive, or checking the machine. And it said it's accessing HDD, which is a good sign. So it's going to go into the hard drive, I'd say. Now, if it doesn't go into the hard drive and it shows up an error, and you've already checked the power supply and everything else, then you're going to probably have to replace the hard drive. And there's an IDE 40 gig hard drive in this particular model. There's also the BR-1600 model, and I believe you can put up to 80 gigs in that, but you might have to upgrade the firmware. Now, I'm not sure yet about this one I'm going to do, but it's going into the hard drive, and we've got a utility, and then you can go and we can insert, we can just go over the info. Okay, so exit, come across. Right, so there's a lot of sounds in there, some sounds. So, before we do anything, it's accessing the hard drive and we're getting to the hard drive. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to connect this up to the computer and I'm going to use this AB cable. It's like a printer cable to connect it onto the computer, and then the hard drive will show up as a drive on your computer, and you just select all the sound files, copy them over. Now, it might take a bit of time, because remember, this is 20 years old, this machine, and it could take a while to copy them over, and there's no need for me to show you how to do that. That's simple computer, like working your PC. Just go to the drive, copy the files over, make a file on the computer, copy your files over. So that's simple enough. Now, once you have that done, what I'm going to do with this machine is, because it seems to be throwing up intermittent hard drive errors, which is the worst kind of a thing that I hate. Now, it's important to know the operating system on these machines, this and on the 1600, are on a chip on the board. So there's nothing on the hard drive that affects the operation of this particular model, the BR-1200, BOSS BR-1200 or the BOSS BR-1600. So the operating system is on a chip on the board, so it's not going to affect the operating system anything you do with the hard drive. And that's important to know. So what I'm going to do with this is, because I don't hear any clicking, if you heard clicking in the hard drive or you wasn't getting into the hard drive, then you'd have to replace the hard drive. But what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to initialize the hard drive, and that will format the hard drive and it'll clear everything off. So that's why it was important to have all your information copied over, which I have done now, and you have all your customers' information, all your own songs with your own machine copied over so that you won't lose your information. Now, so what I've decided to do with this is I'm going to format or initialize the hard drive, and because we've established that the hard drive appears to be okay, it's just that hard drives over time, because this machine is 20 years old, they get fragmented because of recording all the tracks, and then you're deleting tracks, and then you're doing virtual tracks, and you're deleting, and because there's an IDE 2.5 hard drive in here, the pin is going back and over and it's looking for information, and then it's throwing up errors on the hard drive that the hard drive is not clicking. So if you had that kind of a clicking sound, you'd hear it wouldn't be that loud, but you'd hear it clicking. Then you know your hard drive is going to fail. So that'll be your time then to back up all your information off your hard drive as quick as possible, which I've showed you how to do that using a USB cable here to do that. So what we're going to do with this machine is we're going to format the hard drive, and let me see on my cameras here. Let's see if I take this third camera, and can I just hold it here and just show you here. So that's the screen there, right? So you can see there the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Utility, press Utility, and then it takes you in here into these menus, and then with the cursor here you can just scroll along, Songs, Tracks, the System, and you keep going along until we find what we're looking for, which is HDD, and you see HDD there. I don't know now, can you see this? HDD, and then we press Enter, and then we get two, one here is for information, and one is for initialization. So if we press the info here, it will give us the info of the drive. So it says one drive 1, and it's 39072.7 megabytes. That's 40 gigs, just short of 40 gigs. There'll be a little bit for formatting. So we just exit out of there. And what we need to do, we need to just come across here to this initialize drive. And then we go into there. And then you can see here that it says format mode. So it's going to format the HDD, initialize the HDD. And we're going to do a normal format. And if you see down here, then you've got Go. I don't know, can you see that now or not? But just go there. So this F3 button, you press the F3 button, and then it'll format the hard drive. Now I've already this done, so I can just take it out of that, and I've already recorded some songs on it. It's working fine. So that's that hard drive, or that's that machine fixed. So that's just a few tips here on these if you're having trouble with your BOSS BR-1200 or 1600. Now, if you have to replace the hard drive, it's not that hard to do. I'm not going to do that today. It's a bit more involved and you need to be used to taking things apart, but it's not that hard to do on these machines. And you just have to remove the old hard drive and put the new hard drive in, and then you'd have to go through this initialization process here on the BOS, format them on the BOS machine itself. So you could do it externally, but the best way to do it is on the machine itself, and it'll put what it needs on that hard drive. So I hope this has been helpful. I'd love if you would subscribe if you can to my videos, and I could do some more subscribers. And I hope this has been helpful, and you can click the bell notification if you want to be notified on more videos as I'm uploading. So thank you very much, hope this has been helpful. Bye.